This is the NoDa cloud wall. It's really a love letter to NoDa. It's a big, bold, layered love letter, and that really is what NoDa as a neighborhood is. This project was made possible because of Grub Properties. Their funding through the Link NoDa Development Project is what made it happen. That's not normal because this is for the community. It's not just for the development.
The NoDa Cloud Wall is a collaboration between myself, Grub Properties, the NoDa community, and 18 artists from the Charlotte area. It began with a wish campaign where I collected over 1,000 wishes with the help of businesses and nonprofits in the area.
What I did was I distributed boxes at the Johnston YMCA, Free Range Brewing, and Summit Coffee.
Have y'all made a wish yet? Write any wish you want, drop it in the box. I'm so glad y'all made a wish today.
When Elizabeth started this project, we thought, this is exactly the idea of what we were looking for in the community, and we wanted to know how we could support. So we reached out to Elizabeth, and she said, well, actually, we're doing wish collection. And she wanted to know if she could put a box in our cafe.
People have shared with me that they have felt like there's so many changes that they don't have a voice in that process. Especially in NoDa, there's been so many changes, and we can't stop and halt change, but we can include people's voices in the evolution of change. And to me, like, that's the power of asking people, you know, what do you wish for? And then giving that an honored place as part of this public piece.
Lamana's gonna collect it in this basket. I do
Engage challenging conversations in safe spaces. I'll put that here. Wishing for peace in the heart, in the home, and in the minds for all of Charlotte. All of these are collected from the different events that I went to and the boxes that were out. Conversation that I had with Grub Properties that we were going to honor the full range of human emotion, and some of these wishes are really sad. And that's okay. They wanted to do something very real and honor the community. Over 23,000 square feet, that's what we're spanning here. And there's different elements of it. We've got the wishes that are gonna be up there. We've got these multi-dimensional sculptural clouds that are gonna come off the side of the building.
Welcome to Cardinal Fabrications. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. So we'll head to the back. We've got a sheet loaded. I think you guys will really enjoy seeing the process and how these clouds have gotten cut.
When Gokata and Grub connected with us and asked us to get involved in this project, we couldn't turn it down. We're honored to be a part of something where we can bring Elizabeth and Jenny's vision to life and love doing things in Charlotte that make a difference for people driving by day in and day out.
This project is different than anything that we've done, and I think it really changed the benchmark of what it means to do public art.
It's going to touch on the history. It's going to touch on the people who actually are affected where there's development and growth all around Charlotte.
At the center of the whole project is Elizabeth Palmisano. She was the lead artist, but she organized dozens of artists to make this project happen. And for us at Gokata, we are so excited that we got to be a part of it. We curated, organized, and made sure that every voice was heard as part of this story.
Over the past 2 months, we've been working on knocking out the 4 outer walls of the parking deck. We got the images on the wall and then learned what kind of marks Elizabeth wanted to make and create them in a scale that is aesthetically pleasing and looks the same as the work that she does in her studio life. What's really cool is that after all the painting part is done, we have sculptural elements that Elizabeth has actually on the next 2 floors that she and a separate team of artists are working on rolling, painting, and finishing up.
What we're doing here is we're creating the yellow texture strokes onto the clouds, and we're varying our stroke to be different sizes, different angles to look like from the street it's been sort of maybe drawn.
And it's mimicking this this brush that I use in Procreate. Every single mark is some form of a rectangle, but it won't read as a bunch of rectangles when we're done. This is one of the first projects that's really leaned into like, this is community art. I hope it inspires more. I think it's a miss without it. Why wouldn't you want to be beloved by your neighbors? Why wouldn't you want them to feel like you care about them and like that they've been honored in the process?
Instead of just being an alien of change in the space, the art is what connects and keeps that culture.
It's true.
I feel like we have a lot of male voice or masculine voice. I'm very excited about this hot pink.
So we are actually pretty close to finishing the project. You see here, we've got our last couple clouds. These are the clouds where all the wishes are gonna be going. Both and all of them are gonna be covered with vinyl. And the vinyl is going to have the actual handwritten wishes from participants from the community.
And I know it's hard to believe, but this took 3 years to develop. All of the hard work, the design, the collaboration happened behind the scenes. And now we finally get to share that story with you.
In our mural community, it's still a small community, right? There's enough of us that we can name and we know each other pretty well. So these big projects mean something to a lot of people.
This project with Elizabeth has been super great as far as kind of making us all feel a lot more prepared and professional, having all the resources provided for us to excel and continue to uplift our community as well.
This project has been such a blessing to be a part of, not just as a collaborative artist, but as someone who got to contribute one of my own wishes that's very dear to my heart and incorporate it into this artistic landscape and into the community that I love so much.
When you see projects like this that are so clearly of the aesthetic of the artist, 100 times larger on the side of the building, it signals something to our artistic community, like my work can be seen that way and be funded. I don't have to water down my work for it to go through a commercial project, and it means a lot for the community when those things start happening.
It's really, really magical to see people interacting with the cloud wall. But I think the thing that's been the most impactful for me personally is people reaching out about their wishes. Like they wish to get pregnant after having fertility issues, and like now they have a baby. So I have like cloud wall babies, which is really sweet to be like, oh, you have a cloud wall baby? Like, that's amazing. Also, like, it's ginormous. It's huge. And I think it's pretty cool that like a woman did it, that it's a community responsive piece, that it was many hands make happy and fun work. We had such a great time. The artists here in Charlotte, like, they're just a lot of fun to work with.
Being a place where we could actually collect wishes and to help people dream of a better world is a place where we can actually hear one another and to have that moment of pause and say, yeah, me too. This project is a place where people can look at the wall and not feel alone in their desires and wishes for the world.
They own a spot of real estate this big, you know, the size of this piece of paper in NoDa. Like, it's theirs forever.